So there we can see the lineup then for this mini-cross, and right in the middle there, 459 George Edwards, and the 459 car there, Barry, flanked of course by two others, and I've been looking at that grid because there's no sort of right or wrong place to be, is there?
No,
you know, any one of those front row, it doesn't matter. And I mean, we saw some fantastic manoeuvres from the back earlier on in the programme. Where you are on the grid actually not necessarily mattering a great deal when it comes to the end of the race.
No, because basically this is another good thing about Rallycross. They all start on a clean bit of circuit and they join the circuit about 100 metres up the track. So it's nice that it's been thought about once again. There's a lovely view there at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars, I believe, lined up for this. And these are very, very competitive, these little minis. And these are the cars that really do go sideways, David, and they give it a large lump of throttle and it drags itself back into a straight line.
Now, of
these
course,
are really good.
Something you've always talked about in your racing career is the art of throttle control, and even when it's front-wheel drive, that can still play a part. Very
much so, because basically when you ask the car to go, you've got to make sure the wheels are pointing in the position you want to go when you give it a lot of acceleration. So, here we go, the first of the A finals here for the MDA BT RDA Mini Cross Championship.
So a big battle then between Kris Hudson and George Edwards going into the S's, but I think it's George Edwards that has got away in car number 459, and we see a spinner there, thankfully not managing to collect anyone else, and away they go. There is second place in 443, and 489 is currently third. That's Ben Clark driving the 489 car. So 443 is in second and 489 is in third, but 489 taking a look at the outside at the moment. This is the battle for second place between 443 and 489. It's Kris Hudson and 489 Ben Clark. There is Ben Clark in 489 piling on the lock there as he got onto the loose stuff, but we are being led away by George Edwards. It's George Edwards from Kris Hudson, from Ben Clark and Mark Griffin, Barry.
Yep, it's getting nice and dusty now, so let's hope they don't dust it, water it down to make it slippery again, because as far as I'm concerned, that does spoil it a little bit. Look, nice close racing, back onto this fast straight now, flat out all the way down there, jiggling one side to the other to try and get track position into this very fast 180, which goes into a 90 degrees, so you've got to slow up about now, as you can see, all with their brake lights on. Don't go too wide, straighten it up quick, nice straight line, over the start and finish line, back onto the loose surface now. 489 car, he is driving very, very, very well.
Looks like there was going to be a challenge on the for the lead just a couple of moments ago. 443, Kris Hudson trying very, very hard. Of course, he's having to defend as well because Ben Clark very much wants to make second place his, but we are being led away by George Edwards, and look how hard that Ben Clark is pushing in car number 489. He really is almost in the boot of Kris Hudson now. Look at this, hardly a car length between the 1, 2, 3 here. It's George Edwards, and Ben Clark takes a look at the outside. Is that the right place to be? 443 is currently second. That's Kris Hudson. And this is brilliant stuff from these mini-cross racers, the MDA BTRDA mini-cross. And 443 there is Kris Hudson. He's in second place. All these minis 1300cc.
Mark Griffin, fourth place mini there. He's not out of this by any means. 425 car, there he is there, look. Orange and blue car. Isn't it great to see this under lights? You still see the dust, you see all the numbers, and it's just magic when you just see a black background.
Well, Ben Clark very much on terms in third place, but can't seem to get past Kris Hudson. And out front, George Edwards is thinking, I'm going to let them battle as much as they want to, because whilst they're doing that, I can focus on trying to get just a few car lengths between me and the second place, Kris Hudson.
You've hit the nail on the head there. I can just focus to do it. But look, 443 now, he's up by the side of him. He's focused too much, David.
In the closing stages of this race, this is going to be a real fight to the finish. Fraught with frantic racing from this, the MDA BTRDA Mini-Cross. It is the A Final, and 459 George Edwards is 443 Kris Hudson is currently second. He's under pressure from Ben Clark, and Barry's right, Mark Griffin is in there in fourth place as well, and still worth a shout too. But this is great stuff, isn't it? Into this sweeping 180, into a tighter 90, and oh, look at this. around the outside. Ben Clark goes in 4.89, but the checkered flag goes down, and what a superb race from these minis. George Edwards it is that takes the win. Kris Hudson second, Mark Griffin third, Ben Clark is fourth, Kris Hudson in fifth place, and the lady racer Samantha O'Flanagan in sixth place. Brilliant stuff, and applause deserved for these racers.
Hark at that applause. Isn't it great, David, to hear that? And isn't it great to see them all waving to the crowd? Come on, let's bring this back. Forget the health and safety rubbish. I want to see them come out there, take the crash helmet and take a bow to them. Thank the marshals for doing their job and everything else. We're just going a bit too crazy with the health and safety, especially in racing. The race is over, so take your helmet off so we can see you.
So George Edwards there taking the win with Kris Hudson in second place. Mark Griffin third, Ben Clark in fourth place with Kris Hudson in fifth, and Samantha O'Flanagan taking sixth place in the Edwards Brothers Mini-Cross Championship A Final. And what a race that was here under the lights at Blyton.
Yes, David, I think that was the first final of the night now, and it's really black. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen, that is superb. We've got Diana now with the winner.
Thanks very much. Yes, I am, absolutely. No, you jumped out of that mini pretty quickly, but that was a great heat.
Yeah, amazing race that was. Something else to race on the dark. Gee, that was once in a lifetime, that was, but they pushed me right to the end. Oh, they were right there. Oh,
Getting your breath back. Yeah. Obviously, as you said, great experience to race in the dark. What was the track like now?
Perfect. It's probably the best it's been all day. I think the cooler temperatures made the track so much nicer, but I really got to thank Edwards Brothers and Revivals, really putting this amazing car together. Just great, third win of the season.
So it was a case of, you know, keep your thought process absolutely on the limit during the whole of that.
Just don't look back. I couldn't look back. If I looked back, I would get off the road. I would have done, because they were about full. My mirror was just full of them.
Okay, well, it was great to watch. Thanks ever so much. Congratulations. Okay, it's back to Dave.
Thank you very much, and he was well chuffed with that, wasn't he? And deservedly so. And again, Barry, whilst it was